Carrie, how are you?
I'm doing well. How about you? How is everything going?
Not as good as I'd like.
Oh, really? Why is that?
I'm just struggling to keep my team engaged since we're still working remotely.
I know what you mean. It was so much easier in the office. I miss having team lunches and being able to walk right over to their cubicles. Just have a quick chat about how things are going.
Exactly. It seemed so effortless in the office. I try to have several meetings and even set aside social time, but I still don't feel it's enough. I just don't know what to do anymore. It's tough because no one was prepared for this. I'm not sure where to turn. This is a new thing for everyone.
Perhaps we do have someone we can turn to. Why don't we
Ask Joe and Jeanne?
This past year has really been a challenge. There have been changes in our family lives, the way our kids are educated, the way we shop for the things we need, and certainly the way we work. With all this change going on and teams being separated, it's been hard to keep employees engaged. And one thing is for sure, remote work in some form or another is certainly here to stay for a while. So what can Susan do to continue to keep her team engaged? Communication, communication, communication. As the pandemic has continued to drag on, the high levels of communication that employees reported in early April of 2020 have begun to wane. It's important to stay the course and continue to keep the flow of communication going. Talk to your team and see what's working for them and if the tools they need to do their job have changed. Ask them what's working and appreciated in terms of communication and what changes or new ideas they might have going forward. Just asking your team for their thoughts and opinions increases engagement. Next, continue to show your team you care about them. Employee well-being is always important, but when employees are not in the office each day, it becomes more of a challenge to know how they're doing. As we get ready for summer and society begins to open up a bit, encourage your team to get outside and enjoy the weather. Provide as much flexibility as you can. Soccer games, dance recitals, and time with the family are things that are precious and re-energize us. Proactively let your team know that you want to know what they need to feel cared for and that their well-being is important to you. Finally, continue to trust your employees. This pandemic disproved many of the myths that we believed about our team and how they would handle being out of the office and unsupervised. If we had trust during the worst of times, shouldn't we build on that trust as times get better? Engagement is built when communication is strong, when teams feel cared for, and when trust is high. By focusing on these elements, leaders can keep workers engaged no matter what comes. If you have a leadership concern, please email us at askjoe@mycuservices.com. We'd love to help.
Have a leadership concern and need a second opinion? Ask Joe and Jeanne. Send your questions to askjoe@mycuservices.com.